Have you ever imagined that there are places on Earth where you can find the color white in every direction? White above you, white beneath your feet, and white as far as your eyes can see. And if you tried to use your phone there, maybe the problem would not be the battery or the internet. Maybe your phone itself would say, "I give up. This weather is beyond my abilities." Today, we are going on a journey to the coldest and most mysterious places on our planet, the North Pole and the South Pole. Many people think that the two poles are just one huge frozen place full of snow, polar bears, and penguins. But the surprise is, they are completely different. One is a massive frozen ocean surrounded by continents. The other is a huge continent covered with enormous layers of ice. One is the home of polar bears. The other is the home of penguins. And the strangest thing is, if a polar bear and a penguin decided to meet, they would need to travel around the world before they could finally see each other. So, what is the real difference between these two frozen worlds? Let's begin the journey. The North Pole is located at the very top of the Earth in a region called the Arctic. The South Pole is located at the very bottom of the planet, inside a complete continent called Antarctica. And here we discover the first major difference. The North Pole is not a continent. It is a frozen ocean surrounded by parts of several countries such as Canada, Russia, Norway, and others. The South Pole, however, is a real continent with land, mountains, and rocks, but it is covered by a huge layer of ice. Simply, the North Pole says, "I am an ocean that froze because of extreme cold." The South Pole says, "I am an entire continent wearing a giant coat of ice." Imagine you put a cup of water in the freezer until it becomes a piece of ice. That is similar to the idea of the North Pole. But the South Pole is more like an entire house covered with snow until it almost disappears. The ice at both poles may look similar, but it is actually different. In the Arctic, most of the ice floats on water. Under this ice is the Arctic Ocean. So, when some of this ice melts, it does not reveal new land. It simply reveals the water underneath. But in Antarctica, the situation is completely different. There is a massive ice sheet covering an entire continent. This ice contains an enormous amount of frozen water. In fact, Antarctica stores most of the fresh water on Earth's surface inside its ice. And the surprising thing is that this ice is not just a beautiful white surface. Under this frozen cover, there are mountains, valleys, and hidden lakes that humans have only discovered using modern technology. Imagine that there is a whole hidden world beneath the ice. Here comes one of the most famous facts about the poles. There are no polar bears in Antarctica, and there are no penguins in the Arctic. Although movies and pictures sometimes make us feel that polar bears and penguins live in the same place, the truth is completely different. The polar bear is the king of the Arctic. It is a powerful animal adapted to extremely cold environments, and it depends on sea ice for hunting and movement. Penguins, on the other hand, are the stars of Antarctica. These birds cannot fly in the sky, but they are incredible swimmers and can survive in very harsh temperatures. Imagine placing a polar bear in the South Pole. It would search for penguins and say, "Where are all the characters I saw in children's movies?" And if we took a penguin to the North Pole, it would say, "Wait, I think I came to the wrong address." Nature simply divided the world between them in an amazing way. You might think that both poles have the same level of cold, but the truth is that there is a clear winner in this competition. The South Pole is the coldest place on Earth. Antarctica is a continent located at a very high elevation above sea level, and The higher a place is, the colder its temperature becomes. It is covered by a huge layer of ice that reflects the sun's heat. The North Pole, however, is above an ocean, and water keeps some heat, helping reduce the extreme cold slightly. In some areas of Antarctica, temperatures can drop to levels that humans cannot easily survive. There are places where, if you put a cup of hot tea outside, it could turn into ice before you even finish thinking about drinking it. Do people live in these areas? The answer is yes, but in a different way. In Antarctica, there are no permanent cities or villages like the rest of the world. But there are scientific research stations where scientists live for long periods. These scientists study the climate, animals, ice, and even secrets of space. The Arctic is different. There are areas where humans have lived for thousands of years. There are also indigenous communities that have adapted to life in this harsh environment. These people know how to survive in places that make most of us feel cold just by looking at pictures of them. In terms of size, the South Pole is much larger in land area. Antarctica is considered the fifth largest continent in the world. The North Pole is a huge region of frozen ocean surrounded by land. The South says, "I am a complete continent." The North says, "Yes, I am an ocean, but don't underestimate me." Both are massive and important, and each one has its own role in Earth's system. In recent years, melting ice at the poles has become a very important topic. These regions have a major impact on Earth's climate. Melting ice that sits on land in Antarctica can add huge amounts of water to the oceans, but melting sea ice in the Arctic has a different effect. The poles are not just distant places filled with snow. They are an essential part of our planet's balance. They help regulate temperatures and ocean currents around the world. In the end, although the North Pole and South Pole look similar from far away, they are completely different worlds. The North Pole, home of polar bears, a frozen ocean, and closer human life. The South Pole, a massive frozen continent, the coldest place on Earth, and the home of penguins. The polar bear says, "The North belongs to me." The penguin says, "The South belongs to me." And the Earth says, "Just don't make me melt." If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like and subscribe and stay tuned for more amazing secrets about our planet.